All right, guys, I hope you're still with me. All right, last slide. Yay! Who's so excited? Last slide, last slide, last slide, which means last video recording for me today, too. You don't have to hear me talk for much longer. Yay! All right, so on this last slide, it is a cool bonus slide that Miss Nunn put in there to keep you guys practicing with your open response questions, okay? So what Miss Nunn says over here in her comment is using both anchor charts and both text, decide what structure the author used in each of them and how you know. Okay, so what this question says, it says text structure. Were both text using description or was one of them sequenced? So that's great. So we had gone over, I'm just going to scroll over here real quick for you guys. We had gone over this slide, which talked about what description is. If you didn't listen to my video on that lesson, it's right here for you. You can go back in and click, but it gives you a description. I'm not going to redo it on description. And then on slide 4, there's another video length right there where I gave a lesson on sequencing structure. So you can go click on those links again if you need to listen to those lessons. But what it says is both these texts that we read, okay, tornadoes and the other one, Babe Ruth, okay, did they both use description or was one of them sequenced? What is the text structure used in tornadoes? What is the text structure used in Babe Ruth? Support your reasons with evidence. So you're going to click here, guys, and you're going to type. Like, this should be probably at least a paragraph in length. You need to have a topic sentence. The text structure in both of these is the same, and then go on and tell us the text structure in these is different. Go in. You guys could even say the text structure of tornadoes is blah, 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 blah. How I know this is, and then go up and find examples that show you the text structure. The text structure of Babe Ruth is blah, 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 blah. Go back up into Babe Ruth, and just a little hint, guys, look for some of those signal words or sentences that have those signal words in them to help you answer this question. This answer should be at least 4 sentences long or more. 4 sentences is like the minimum. Boys and girls, 2nd and 3rd graders could answer this question with 4 sentences. You guys should be able to write a pretty good paragraph that has restatement, the structure of Babe Ruth is, and then give 1 or 2 or more examples of that text structure. Same thing for tornadoes. You guys know that 4th grade expectation. You guys are now basically 5th graders. So it's time to step up that expectation, okay? Even though you're learning at home, guys, incomplete sentences right now are not acceptable. You guys are Hubert Humphrey kids. You know better than that, all right? We have high expectations for you guys because we know you can do it. So you need to have faith and know what you can do and make sure that even when you're at home doing your distance learning and you guys are doing this, do your best work, okay? Don't fight with your parents on what your best work is either, because us teachers don't want to hear about that. So let us see your best work. Give us a great paragraph answering this question, and we're just really excited to see them. All right, boys and girls, we hope you are doing wonderful. If you guys have any questions on anything on any of these slides or lessons, reach out to your teacher and ask. That's what we're here for. Ask us those questions, all right? All right, boys and girls, you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.